Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Russo. I'm going to be playing just the demo of Strategic Mind, Spectre of Communism. Developers Starny Games, well, the publisher is the same thing. It's supposed to be an inward sim strategy RPG. Basically, it's the Spectre of Communism. It's a history-driven turn-based strategy set in the World War II period. It offers refined wargame mechanics, story-rich gameplay, and modern 3D graphics. Lead the USSR forces staging the World Communist Revolution for Stalin and for the motherland. It's supposedly supposed to be released in the release date of Q4 2020. So we're gonna hit the tutorial and then hit new game just to see what this is. Basic training, because again, this is just the demo or alpha, whatever you want to call it. The full version is yet to be released.
Welcome to the Strategic Mind tutorial. In this operation, you will learn how to deploy and move your troops, attack the enemy, and be victorious. If you're new to this genre and have not played many turn-based wargames, we advise you to complete all the tutorial operations. You can skip any message by clicking on it with the left mouse button.
Alright.
Units under your command are listed in the Units panel at the bottom of the screen. To the left you can find the mini-map, which will help you to quickly get your bearings in battle. All objects are marked with the corresponding color. Your units are green, allied units are blue, and the enemies are red.
Okay.
In the Units panel at the bottom of the screen, you can see the unit that is currently selected, the tank. Open its unit info screen by clicking on the highlighted button. The unit info screen contains all the key data about the selected unit.
Alright, very good so far.
Under the unit picture, you can see its strength. Both the unit's health and damage output depend on the strength. The lower the strength, the less damage the unit would deal to the enemy.
Even though
if the strength reaches 0,
this is,
the unit is destroyed or forced to
very
retreat.
basic.
The unit's combat parameters are listed at the top right corner.
I guess it's
the
good
higher
to
they
some
are,
people,
the better.
Awesome. Alright, yeah.
With the mouse over the combat parameter, you will see a hint with a list of all bonuses and penalties to that parameter at the moment for this unit.
Okay.
Now click on the highlighted parameter. This is more detailed information on how this parameter works. Now close the tab.
Okay.
Right under the combat parameters, you can see the unit's equipment panel, and additional equipment that your units can employ in battle.
Not available.
Underneath it, you can see the skills panel. There are a number of passive and active skills unique. The unit's class is indicated right above its picture. Now close the unit info screen. It is high time for troops deployment. Look at the highlighted hex. Now deploy the rest of your troops. Great, now your army is ready to do battle. Click on the End Deploy button. In the top left corner of the screen, you can see a list of your primary and secondary objectives for this operation.
Alright.
Above, you can also see a victory progress bar. At the
That's
top
good.
right corner of the screen, you can find the Command Points button. Command Points are used for troop embarkation on. To the left, you can find the Prestige button. Prestige is a resource you use to acquire more troops and equipment. Select the tank by clicking on it. To the right in the Unit Actions panel, you can see the Embarkation and Headquarters skills buttons. Below, you can see the active skills if there are any. In the case of naval units, the hexes where your unit can move to are highlighted. Now move your tank to the designated hex by clicking on it with the right mouse button.
Go.
Usually, units can move and attack only once per turn. However, there are a number of exceptions to select the infantry unit. As you can see, the infantry has fewer movement points than the tanks. To solve this problem, infantry can be equipped with select the artillery unit and move it to the designated hex.
Alright, let's do it. They backed up the trucks. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Your troops have moved to an advantageous position and are ready to storm the city on your next turn. Now, your tank can already start firing and all of your units have finished their turn. Click the End Turn button. Ahead is the city occupied by the enemy troops. Onward.
Alright.
Move your infantry to the designated hex to identify the enemy forces. Select the artillery to make a preliminary bombardment of the enemy positions. Select the infantry unit again and attack the enemy in close combat. Select the tank and finish off the enemy unit. It is time your troops occupy the victory hex. It is marked with a golden color. Congratulations, you have successfully finished the operation.
Alright, so
Now
there
you
we
have
go.
the victory screen in front of you. It presents a detailed breakdown of the operation. In the leftmost column, you can see the information on your essential column has the rightmost
Alright.
columns have your army statistics. How many of you may have noticed that you are back in action. You have a couple more turns left to deal with these issues. As all of your troops have already finished their turn, you have to click the end turn button. Select the artillery and attack the enemy. Now proceed in a similar manner with your infantry and tank.
No, I've been told to use my tank.
All enemy units are defeated. Capture the hex where the enemy headquarters were located to complete the secondary objective. Brilliant. Click on the victory progress bar, and as you can see, you got the best.
Alright, we're going to see a new game and see where it takes us. Following the success of the Civil War, the newly born USSR state was eager to provide might to the whole world. Their ideas of world communism were cultivated and spread among its population. Reaching the peak of its form, the time has come for decisive action. Nothing less a suspected looming military coup led by many talented officers being wrongly accused of imprisoned or even executed. Oh, jeez. In these worrisome times, we will have to play the role of Korlemanov Zhukov, one of the Soviet's finest military commanders who tasks us. Alright, to conquest of Johnstown's bidding. Well, I guess we're gonna be doing that. It's a pretty good series so far, so let's start game then. If you have some experience in war games but have not played others, Strategic Mind, they only have one other on Steam, so we're gonna just with that. So far, I'm really impressed with this game. It's still going pretty good. I like the. Okay. So what's going on? Common Sound is appointing you the commander of the 57th Rifle Edition. Your men are deployed in Mongolia. The order is effective immediately. Brief me on the operation. Okay. Japanese are using this puppet state of much as the staging area. They have crossed the Mongolian border and occupied the eastern bank of the Coal River. Okay. River bank, offensive. Preparing for it. Alright, in this case, okay.
Your forces are comprised of both core and non-core units. Core unit strength indicator is green and round shaped, and for non-core units it is yellow and hexagon shaped. Non-core units are allocated for one mission only, while the core units will accompany you throughout the campaign. You'll be able to level them up and provide them with new equipment. These units are the ones which should be under your primary protection. Ammunition and fuel icons next to unit strength will allow you to quickly get important information about it. If the unit is still able to move during the current turn, the canister icon will be green. If it can no longer move,
okay.
tanks are ideal for a rapid offensive in open terrain. However, they are vulnerable in close quarters to the infantry units in difficult terrain, such as cities, mountains, forests, swamps, shallows, and well-entrenched infantry units.
What is going on? I hit end turn.
This unit is on the verge of defeat. Send the unit to the service zone where it can be reinforced. The service zone is a 1 hex range around an infrastructure.
Oh, jeez.
Damage is indicated with the numbers above the unit being attacked. For ground and aircraft units, there are two types of damage, lethal and non-lethal. Both lethal and non-lethal damage
graphics. There you go.
Reconnaissance is extremely important in an offensive, since it provides you with full intelligence information regarding the presence of enemy forces, thus making your attack more effective. A reconnaissance unit can move several times per turn, as long as it has move points left. Once the reconnaissance unit notices the enemy, it automatically stops and they can move again. If an enemy surrenders to your reconnaissance unit, it gains full information about all the enemy units nearby.
Alright. Let's see what happens. Oh man, my military got the bunkers. Oh, May 13th. Okay.
Anti-tank artillery is effective against tanks and other hard targets. Your best tactic when using anti-tank artillery is to position it next to your other forces to provide them with fire support versus attacks from enemy tanks.
Okay, well. Thought I would be able to like try to hide in that city, but we're across the bridge. Yeah, look at those graphics. Really cool. It's really fun. And that seems to be like the typical, very, very typical. Thought I can. Alright.
This unit has run out of ammunition. Move it within the supply zone.
Okay. Uh-oh. Alright, so we need to...
You have selected an entrenched unit.
Alright, I need you to get over here. Trying to think. What do I... Okay, where was that car? Okay, so go there. Where did I guess running turn. Alright, I am doing horrible, but that's okay. That's not good. I forgot about that base. Oh man, horrible start. Horrible start. Oh, man. That's okay. We're gonna hopefully. All right. okay. I thought it was close enough. This game is. We got 300, so let's get one more. Alright, get one. Where are you? Done.
Tactical bombers are flying artillery and a great tool for wreaking havoc on any enemy troops, although you have to be careful of the anti-aircraft units Overwatch and fire support. It is better to scout the enemy positions before sending in bombers. Do not leave your tactical bombers without protection. Remember, they are a prime target for enemy fighter planes.
But at least that's something. By plane. Yeah. Ah, man. We need you to go back. We're going back, buddy. Let them have this. We're gonna have to. Oh, this is horrible. What was I thinking?
Infantry is good for assaulting the enemy positions after the artillery and air bombardment. It is also the best unit for storming cities, mountains, forests, and well-entrenched positions. A well-entrenched infantry is a tough target for the enemy assault. This is a long-range bomber. It has higher fuel capacity and more defense, but lower attack parameters due to the higher altitude of bombing runs. Such bombers are better escorted with long-range fighters, or fighters fitted with extra fuel tanks during their long-range missions.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is not gonna end well. Okay. Supply.
Watch out, it's anti-aircraft Overwatch fire. It is costly to attack the enemy positions protected by anti-aircraft units. Try making a preliminary attack on the enemy anti-aircraft units to disable their Overwatch ability before sending any aircraft squadrons to engage them. This unit has heavy equipment. Units with heavy equipment cannot move if they do not have ground transport. Additionally, they cannot board air transport and can only disembark from naval transport at a seaport. Fighter planes are vital for gaining air superiority. Keep your fighters close to allied aircraft you want to protect, and they will provide fire support.
Yeah.
Fighters are able to attack ground targets, although with low efficiency. They can use the Overwatch breakthrough skill to counter enemy anti-aircraft fire and clear the way for tactical bombers.
I definitely have to play a lot more. I obviously, as you can tell, did not play this right, so I know in the long run I'm gonna lose. But again, this is a good. I'm glad we got the tutorial. I like the graphics. I'm really curious to see what will become of this game. So, you guys have a good day and a good evening.